Doesn't that music just get you in the mood to dance? It gets me in the mood to dance. And speaking of dancing, that is extremely entertaining, and so is this group, because oops, they're all bards. Here's my dad humor of the night. You're welcome. Anyways,
that's it for Voodoo's Day today. Thanks for tuning in. We're fucking done.
I'm just stretching my bard legs a couple days early, because I'm not a bard till Thursday. But anyways, on Tuesday nights, these happy campers with the smiles across all of their faces are and other things. And we're in season 2 of this awesome campaign. And season 2 is Breaking the Void. So last season we were echoing Zeppelin, and this weekend we're breaking voids. I mean, it is what it is. It's just fun and entertaining. Who wants to give us a recap from last week? I'll even pay you a chaos coin to do it.
So, from my perspective, what happened last week was someone that said that they were this beautiful, wonderful guide that was going to take us to thither, got us lost. And now we're in some other place, not where we're supposed to be. And then we run into these other assholes that apparently we just need to ask everyone what they're good at. And we're just going to replace the people that we lost, which is really upsetting for me. Oh, yeah. And somebody got high off of a giant mushroom and their hands were blue. I think that was Erebus at one point. But yeah.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Erebus is jamming too hard.
Yeah. There it is. We got lost and now we're all walking together and kind of cranky about it. Did I miss anything?
Yeah. We're not actually replacing people. We are not replacing people, okay? We are asking questions because we are traveling with them for now.
I miss anything? No.
Yeah. I do believe that G purposely said not here to replace anyone. I think that happened at some point.
Yeah, Cece didn't hear that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Cece hears what
Cece's too busy being depressed.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. You ever watch the movie, what is it, Inside Out, with the little girl's emotions, and you have like the blue one? That's Cece.
Yes. Sadness.
Yeah, we drag her across the ground pretty often.
Yeah.
I am, yeah.
I will give you 4 points of takeaway from session 1. Upon leaving Clapperclaw's camp, the party journeys down the river into the mist. The mist should have landed them in thither, but instead landed them in Uknazmar. This has never happened to Clapperclaw before, and he has no clue of this place. Along the way through the mist, the party picks up 2 more folks, Erebus and G. Those are the most important things. And the drugs. Drugs were good too. So, you are in Uknazmar, which has been a fairly mystical place so far. Let me get you the map of this place here so we can remember what it looks like. There we go. All right. So you guys are down bottom right-ish in the canyon. And when you look up, you can see all of the sort of mist and things and the colorful trees. The mist here isn't as thick as it is outside. It's more of like a mountain kind of mist. Very thin, very airy, kind of damp. And that's below where the buildings are sitting. But you can see there are like roughly hewn staircases in the sides of the I don't know, cliff faces that leads up. I guess it's called a cliff face. But you're in what looks like a gully, and when you look up, you're like the city up above.
All right. What? Anyone? No. All right then. And I'm just gonna walk towards civilization.
We're gonna go up the stairs, some stairs on one of the sides. Yeah, so it's not like the best kind of staircase down at the bottom. They're kind of like rough hewn into the side, but the more you travel up them, the closer to the top they get, the nicer cut they are, and then they change from sort of just regular rock to some like nicer granite, more polished. Then when you get to the top, you kind of like step up on like a cobblestone kind of pathway, and you seem to have found yourself in what looks like a bunch of different markets. The area around you is laid out in sort of a pentagon shape. And in the center of that pentagon is like an open air style market. And then there's like a bunch of little shops along the edges. And at each point of the pentagon is like a major shop, a blacksmith, a tailor, an apothecary, a general goods store, and a bestiary. And then you can see there's like, alleyway roads and things that lead out. One leading out to what is called the puddles, and the other one leading out to the promenade.
Okay, seeing that there's markets and shopping, gonna sigh, dig into bag, and pull out the several pouches of coins that we've collected from previous job. And I'm just gonna start tossing a bag to everyone, and after some consideration, toss one to Clapperclaw, G, and Erebus.
As one is tossed to Erebus, he looks at it before presenting his own pouch laden with gold. What are you taking me for? Some freeloader? Come on.
Yes.
Cece will take Erebus's out of his hands.
Look, I'm hoping
you have lots of gold. Apparently you don't need it. Shut up.
Yeah.
So Cece takes it on herself to not divvy it between the existing members of the band.
It's as if I wasn't going to, and she's just going to open it and chuck about half at Mads, and then
that's what I thought.
I'll give some to Flip too, Yeah, because we all need some.
That's what I thought.
Honestly, what does this tell us you think I was doing
in 5 minutes without an argument?
It's impossible for me.
Of course it is.
Well, I'm gonna go off to some stores. I don't know where Anne comes with me.
Perfect. Before you guys head off and you kind of like look around and take me when you get up there, there's a couple of things that you can kind of see around. One thing is that you can realize that this city is full of fae. You don't see what appears to be a lot of humans or anything else here. It's more all kinds of different fae creatures, little herringons, little fairies, different kinds of elves, tieflings, different kind of plant and animal folk, some like tree folk, different things like that. It appears that this area has been untouched and unknown to the Hourglass Open. From looking around, you can deduce that the city is laid out in districts, because you can see appears to go in opposite directions that say different things. Again, like I said, many different kinds of fae folk living there, and everything appears to be like bustling and mostly jolly. Like everybody's in a fairly jovial mood, if that makes sense. And As you're kind of like walking into the market, you can hear them talking and bartering and people buying things. And they're shopping with the currency called Ukna. And if you were to see this currency, it would be in the same shape as the market is, in the shape of a pentagon with a hole in the circle. It's a gold coin. 1 Ukna is equivalent to 1 gold.
I'm running on the assumption that there's either some sort of equivalent conversion rate or there's a conversion table somewhere in the market.
There is, in the center where like the open air stalls are, you see something in resemblance to a mobile bank. And there is a little ferry sitting behind the counter where you can convert currencies from other places to Ukna. So 1 for 1, gold for... It's a 1-to-1 ratio. They don't have anything else. They don't have changes, copper, silvers, any of that.
Okay. Convenient.
Well, if that's the case, I believe I'm going to head over there.
Yeah.
CC Delia, it may be worth us visiting the tailor to show our status in regards to the new King Flip.
We do need to do that, yeah.
All right. Guess we'll take care of that, and if we are not stopped, we're leaving everyone behind.
Ah, there he is, the man
I was-
himself.
Oh, sorry. Was I asleep?
How
again?
did you find a coffee shop this quickly?
I didn't yet. I was looking for one though. Have you seen one?
Not yet, no.
We need to
And-
convert our gold anyway.
Cece's gonna toss a couple coin at you.
Whoa. Where'd we get this from?
Delia.
Thank you, Delia.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
So
everybody.
I'm guessing Delia is a sort of producer for you all.
Former band manager, yeah.
Right.
Long story, essentially, the 3 of us are talented, attractive, and fuckable to the point that people question our sexualities.
I mean, yeah.
And Flip tells some really solid knock-knock jokes.
I also play a mean nose game.
My God.
We're not doing this.
It's
No.
too late. We're already doing it. We're doing
It is
it.
already
See, Clapperclaw's
What's
already
the
in.
nose
Clapperclaw's already in. He's here.
What the hell's a nose
Papa
game?
doesn't even have
Why
it.
the hell are you all touching your
Papa
nose?
doesn't
Put
know
your
what's
hand on your
going
fucking
on.
nose. Touch your
Nope,
nose,
I'm
Erebus.
I'm
Touch your
going to
nose.
com-
Delia will lose.
I-
I'm
Touch.
going to
Why?
convert the
Can
money.
someone at least
It's the
Goodbye.
nose
explain
game.
the purpose?
It's the nose game. Just
What
do
the
it.
fuck are we doing? It seems
Put
so
your
fucking
Erebus
finger on
juvenile.
your nose.
Erebus.
Thank you.
Erebus.
Thank
This
you.
is important.
You know what? I now see why you were the fucking manager. At least
But
you
I
seem
kid
to
you
have a
not,
head about
this
his
is
head.
how I became king.
Really?
That
Really?
goes
At a
down.
certain
What
point,
form
at a
of
certain
fucking
murder.
government is so flimsy that they decided who should rule by a juvenile game like this? What the fuck?
Molly
And
Wogs.
murder. And
You
murder.
understand. You understand that is incredibly ridiculous, and I am inclined to agree. However, it is easier to just lean into it.
Kings seem
It's
fairly
not really
ridiculous in
too
general to
fucking-
me, so choosing one based on nose goes seems fine.
Oh, absolutely, which was why I encouraged socialism, but apparently that was the wrong choice.
Look, would you really trust them to develop a whole new form of government? No.
I
No.
barely trust them to change their own pants.
They said they were comfortable.
All right.
in pants and
And they were wrong. They were disgusting.
G will
It
ask
was,
the woman.
you see, my beliefs are so effective. Did you not hear the unintentional echo there?
Yes,
What
G.
was G gonna say?
G G's gonna ask the money exchanger if we can exchange it back later, and that will determine how much money You will exchange now.
That's a solid question, actually.
Yeah, equal exchange rate. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Then
No funny business, Marks. No funny business. Just like I said, you are at a safe place in the campaign. So I'm not gonna do dirty, terrible things to you. Yet.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
we
what
just
I
gotta
came here
make. We gotta
for.
make sure.
Yes.
You know, we gotta.
Above table, she normally
double-check.
saves that for after Delia gets a creepy doll.
Yeah. we usually
I
get
mean,
a doll
I
first.
assumed, but one can never be too careful.
All right.
So I will exchange all 108.
All 100. Okay. And whatever you have for your background gold too. So whatever
Yeah,
your
so
background
it's 108 total.
108. Perfect. So just mark it on your sheet. It's going to be equivalent. So whatever you spend is whatever you spend. It's just fancy flavor because you're in a fancy place.
I love it.
So there are the 5 main shops, like I said, one at each point of the blacksmith, the tailor, the apothecary, the general goods, and the bestiary. There's the open air market in the center. And then there's like a bunch of little shops that like complete the sides of the Pentagon as well that kind of connect. So there are several places you could go. You can go to the main stores. You could choose any of the other one. You just have to tell me who's going where and what, or if you have questions on what a shop is, I will elaborate.
Taylor. We're starting.
Taylor.
Yeah.
So 2 for Taylor. Who else? Who's going where else?
Clapperclaw will probably follow them because I don't know that Clapperclaw has really been shopping before.
Okay, so you're going to the tailor also. G?
G will follow the party.
Okay.
Interested to see what royal garb looks like.
Stacy?
Oh, I'm going to the tailor.
Okay, Erebus?
New town, new wardrobe. Need to be able to stand out here.
And Flip.
I mean, I don't know that I need new clothes, but I'll stick with the party.
Matt's just dragging the king.
It's like he's a little balloon. You have a little like rope around him, he's pulling him through the air.
You know, if you keep pulling on that thread, you're going to take my coat apart.
Good, that's the point.
So
You can understand why you
had-
need a new wardrobe.
you will need one. You head to the tailor shop. You pick it out as the tailor because the sign that hangs out front is a little thimble hanging on one of those little placards that blows in the wind. It's very fancy. And you get over to the front of it, and on the window, the name of the shop is So It Seems.
It's a pun.
Yes.
It's a fucking pun.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually 2 in 1.
Yeah, I get it, because so and then seems and
Oh, no.
I'm going into the fucking tailor.
Yes. SEW. It SEAMS. So It Seems.
This tailor is either going to be the best one in the town or the absolute shittest, and there is no in between.
what's the only one? See, he's just gonna lock it.
Could be both.
It could be both the best and the worst.
That does not bode well.
Who is the first one in the shop door?
Matt.
Hi.
It's Matt.
It's Matt.
All right, Mads. So you walk in and you see along the walls, there are already done suits on one side. On the other wall, there are already done dresses. You see shelves with reams and reams and reams of fabrics, all different colors and feels and things like that. And then you see the tailor. He is a massive 7.5 foot tall orc. And he wears a badge on his suit. And he wears a very, very mismatched suit. But mismatched to the point of 2022 Vogue Fashion Week mismatched sort of situation. Like, it's in, but only in certain social circles is it in. And only if you can afford to be that in, is it that in sort of way, you know?
So it's only in if you obviously actually own the whole suit for every piece that you're wearing.
Correct.
Or your Fae. Or
How's
Tim
the
if you're
fit?
Fae.
How's the fit? Does it look like because obviously the tailor would dedicatedly make his own clothes. Is it well fit? Is it well tailored?
Perfectly fit to his very rock-like cut muscles. So you've got like this very Dwayne Johnson sized orc dressed like, Milan 2022, but it's cut very well to his body. It fits very well. It flows in the right places, cinched in there as well. Very nicely done. In fact, everything in here looks very nicely done.
All right. I suppose before we get started, Delia, Cece, am I running on the assumption that the two of you are looking for dresses?
Yeah, not shoes. Damn it. No, I need to buy shoes, don't I? Fuck.
That would be preferred.
Practicality. We will not go for a dress.
I'm still
Get the
going for a
feeling-
dress.
Get the feeling it's not going to last long at this rate.
Right, and Mads will go ahead and approach the tailor. Hello, sir?
Oh, hello, darling. So happy to see you. Welcome to my shop. This is So It Seems. I am Nimble, your humble tailor. And he does a bow. How can I fit you today?
Well, I believe that the four of us were looking for slightly more courtly attire, a little bit modernized, because, frankly, the classical bullshit is not particularly intriguing to me. I cannot speak for my companions, but because Mads is still 100% in their, like, super nice tailored suit of their own. And we were looking at, I can't speak for the rest, but I would prefer something custom. Actually, at the very least, the flying one over there will need something custom as well. They are the king of Bullywogton. Unsure if that's an area of hither that you have heard of.
Probably
Oh,
not.
no,
It's
I've never.
all that for like 2 days.
No, I've never heard of that. But yes, hold on. And he picks up a notebook, and it's like a very interestingly designed notebook. There's like a body form on each page, so he could just sketch right over it. And then it's got like places for measurements and names and fabrics and colors. And there's like a swatch section on the other side, little boxes and stuff. So little cutouts can be put there. And he hands one to each of you and has you like write your name. And then he's like, okay, get in line, yada, yada. So he's going to take your measurements, get you fitted properly. With consent, of course, he will use his hands to get around bust and hip and arm and shoulder and neck and waist and your thighs if you're getting pants, things like that. He's going to do all of the things that a person who sews shit does, because I don't sew shit. I guess for that.
It's worth noting that, like, Mads will make other people go first because Mads is currently filling out their measurements. Because they know it intrinsically well. It's going from sleeve to in sleeve to, like, rise everything. They know their shit when it comes to tailored suits.
Right. And you're able to look through all the different fabrics, the different patterns, the different textures, things like that. There's what looks like crocodiles, there's snake skin, there's like the faux leathers, there's different kind of like faux furs, there's like the ring velvet, the crushed velvet, the plush velveteen, there's like the faux velvet, kind of everything that you would see in a not Joann's.
All right, let's cut to the quick here. What is your most exotic fabrics that you have on hand?
Oh, my most exotic soft, my most exotic medium, or my most exotic, more tactile, textured.
Want something a bit more tactile in your new coat, so that would be good for that. But for the shirt itself, I want something silk-like.
So he like runs around, like as he's listening, he like moves around with a quickness and is like pulling reams of fabric off. And he brings you over and sets on a table in front of you. He sets down what looks like crocodile kind of hide, like it's like a bestial hide with scale like on it. And then he sets down two softer, shiny silk looking fabrics. He says, this one right here comes from a muffin beast. It's the hardest skin that you'll ever see, but it's so soft, like a muffin. Just touch it.
I do. Touch the inside layering of it.
When you feel it, it feels like if you just break open like a warm, soft blueberry muffin, you know, like that warm, pillowy softness. And it kind of has the smell of blueberries to it a little bit.
Fuck. All right, not gonna lie, that's some primo shit right there. All right. As for the exterior texture of it, what color is it right now? Like, what's the?
It's just like a kind of darker gray leather, but it can be changed.
Yeah. Would you be able to dye this kind of in a primary two colors, likely black and red?
Yeah, of course. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
All right, perfect. So I'll take that. I'm gonna get a nice coat made from that. Contemplating whether I want pants to be made from something similar. It's too rough. Need something. So, do you have anything to complement this for like a nice, good pant?
For
Go
pants.
with something simple on the pant. Go with something simple on the pant. You can diversify on the jacket.
Right.
He tosses up something that looks like micro beaded corduroy.
Nice. Yeah, I'll get that. Keep things more balanced, since the coat's gonna have some black and red accents. And we'll accentuate the red this time. You can have that in red, and for the shirt itself, the fabric you present for that one.
He tossed up two silk-looking different things. One spider silk and one peacock silk.
Oh.
The spider silk, it looks, they're both very shiny, very silk-like. When you touch the spider silk, when you roll your hands over it, it almost gives you like this static shock feeling. It's very like electric, and you can feel like what feels like 1,000 little hairs across your skin when you rub your fingers across it.
That's no sensation. What's the peacock?
It feels like feathers when you run your fingers over it.
That's sexy. I'll take the peacock.
It's mildly iridescent as well.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll take the goddamn peacock.
She is just touching any fabric that looks cool, as long as like no one stops them. Like, we'll just touch
so all of the fabrics that you touch, they don't feel anything like they look. So like if it looks like it's going to be soft, it's not necessarily soft. If it looks like it's going to be hard, it could be soft, it could be silky, anything like that. It's very much full of misleading fabrics and clothing. So like some of the dresses that you're seeing look like a dress. You go up and you realize there's pockets and it's actually pants.
That's amazing.
All right, let's finish this off. Just gonna make a note. Gold riveting on all of the buttons and other flares in it. That's gonna get me pretty sorted. Someone looks down on shoes. No good cobbler.
Actually, there is a cobbler down the street, simply called the Cobbler.
Thanks. When might I be able to expect this ensemble to be finished up?
Oh, it should take for everybody total about 2 days.
Right. How much is this costing me?
So if you were buying individually, the total for your items would be 70 ukna. But I'm going to go ahead and do a discount of, say, 20%. And he gets his abacus off his desk so he could do some math. And
52?
56.
All right. No problem then. 56 Ukna. And I count out the currency, place it on the desk for him.
Okay. Okay, so that's for 45 for a coat, 15 for pants, 5 for a shirt, and 5 for the gold detailing. So that totaled 70, so 56 after discount.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so that's one down, and who's next?
Does anybody else know what they want?
I
can
can
make-
go.
It's like, I'll make this up as I go.
I just want to get out of here. 'Cause I have
All right,
extra
Cece.
I want a dress, and it needs to be more practical than the usual stuff. So, like, I need to be able to run in it and like do things. So like maybe like higher leg slits would be smart. And I need to get something embroidered on it, and she's gonna like show him the symbol that she needs to have embroidered on it for her position with the court, which I can't remember right now. It looks like it's not necessarily the hand of a king, but it's
What are
close.
you? What are you? Connections?
Connections. I think I wrote
You
it
are
down.
connections. You are 2 crossed keys pointing
Two crossed
downward.
keys. Yep.
Connections. Yeah.
2 crossed
Okay.
keys.
So you want a dress that's functional.
Yeah.
So he goes over the already made stuff, and he finds this one that when it's up on the mannequin, it looks very similar to a Greek toga. And down, and he brings it to you, and he shows you, see, these are actually pant legs with a really high slit. They have a secret pocket in the underwebbing, and these ties actually button in the back so they don't come untied and you just can't fall out of yourself.
You lost me at pants. These are pants.
It's a dress, but pants. You said functional, you want to run. I'm protecting your morning flower.
Fine. That'll work. And the embroidery, whatever.
G actively turns around to not be facing any of them when that happens, as to not like. as
Cece
to
gives no
stop.
shits. She's just like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that'll be fine. Whatever.
Okay. So your total is 32.
With the embroidery too? Wow.
Yep. 35 for the dress, 5 for the embroidery, 20%.
Okay. That works for me. Same as the guy before me, the 2 days.
Yep. Everything together for everybody will take 2 days.
Okay. Thanks. And Cece's just gonna dip out the front door after she's done.
Okay. So, all right. So Cece and Erebus are done.
And we'll forget that Mads is holding on to his thread and try to fly out after Cece before getting back in.
Good job.
Right. I think that we need to prioritize him. He's literally falling apart at the seams.
Only because you keep pulling on that thread. I could cut it off and make this suit last a good several more years.
More? More years.
I mean, I have no idea how old this suit is. I bought it secondhand.
No, honey, no. No.
All right, Flip. Are you just going to get a suit and some embroider in it? That's king. Pretty much replace what you already got. Simple.
I
Or you
mean,
want something fancy?
I kind of want 2 different outfits.
Sure.
One being some clothes like we used to wear at home. I would really like some good old-fashioned sturdy corduroy coveralls that have wing holes. Good for getting in the mud. Also good for going incognito. I don't know how I feel about telling everybody I'm a king.
Okay.
maybe in a fun color. I don't know. Mads, what's a good fun color? You like colors.
Get him a Baroque green fabric with darker green detailings. He already likes green.
I don't know what green is, but sure. People keep telling me it goes with my glowing spots.
It does, actually.
And then, I don't know, whatever Mads wants me to have. The pants that you just sold to Cece made an interesting sound. They could be good.
Want swishy pants?
Sure. That was a fun
Mads will
sound.
actually point to the tailor and say, dealer's choice. That's actually quite up their alley.
So I'm thinking very light linen suit, good for travel, still looks elegant, very cartel vibes, but still a little on the higher scale of things. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Absolutely. Can you just make sure that, like, blood won't stain it? Because I have a lot of teeth.
I have a blood-proof coating. That's an extra 5. I got that. Okay, so 40, 50 total, and then discount. Okay, so that'll be 40 gold pieces, or 40 pieces of Ukna.
For both? Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay.
Overalls 20, suit 20, embroider 5, and then the blood-proof coating 5 plus discount.
Sounds great. And then I'm just going to kind of turn back, pull out my dagger, cut the string, and fly after Cece.
Oh, Mads would have let it go at that point.
There he goes.
Okay.
You know what? They'll be fine. What trouble could they all get into at a marketplace? They'll be fine.
Don't speak it
Don't
out loud.
say
It
that
does come
out
into
loud.
existence. Mads actually glances over at G in like a moment of just like, all right.
we vibing.
Look, they're all adults. They'll probably be fine.
Who's next?
CC and adult are being used in the same sentence.
Who wants to go next?
I mean, I can go. It'll probably be quick.
Okay.
Do you just have kind of anything simple like what I have now, but less traveled?
Yeah. Yep.
That's all I need. Nothing fancy.
All right. 8 gold pieces.
Pass it over.
All right. There you go. Same thing you got. No holes.
Okay.
Okay. Who's next then?
You know what? Okay.
Delia?
I'll give you free reign. I'll give you colors I like. All I really need is I believe raven embroidery somewhere. And I'm not getting rid of these impractical boots. You can fight me on that. And I spend a lot of time in the water. Do what you will.
He brings you something. He just, when you say dealer's choice, sort of pick what you want, he walks away and comes back with something that looks very similar to an old English riding outfit. The tighter beige pants, and they're good boot pants. They've got a strap at the bottom so they stay down in your boots. And then the jacket, instead of being like the velvet or anything like that, it's more comfortable and relaxed, looks like fabric. And it's got 3/4 sleeves instead of full sleeves, and it's got some belts and things, and it's kind of in the
All right. I'll give colors I like for it, and yeah, as long as I get raven embroidery somewhere on there, I'm good.
All right, so it'll be 40.
Okay. 40. All right. Done.
Okay. That leaves Mads and G.
She is still thinking.
Okay.
Right. And Mads kind of cracks their knuckles a little bit. I would prefer a custom suit, worsted wool if you have it, black pinstripe if available. I'm going to need 2 silk shirts, one in a darker forest green, the other in white. On the right side of the lapel, I would like a gold embroidery of a enclosed fist. I would like 2 pairs of pants, one standard black, one pinstripe black, cropped at the ankle.
Fucking efficient.
That's kind of turns and looks and just winks.
So 1 suit, 2 shirts, and 2 pairs of pants, and then embroider on all of them.
Only on the shirts.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay. So...
Not big, perhaps the size of a... What was the currency? The ooglet, whatever it was.
The ooglet?
Whatever it was.
56.
56? Wonderful.
Ukna. Now that I'm not
Ukna.
needed. There we go.
All right, G.
All right.
She didn't think Mads would be done so fast.
Absolutely expected it, but it's still like...
Bold of you to think that Mads wouldn't go into a tailor. Mads is about 3 things. Music, booze, suits, in no particular order of the 3. Mads came in knowing what they wanted.
I need a schoolgirl uniform in the colors that I currently am wearing.
Okay.
Bold choice.
Right.
Okay.
There comes a time in every
That's
DM's
it.
career that they have to ask themselves a question, and that's, what does a fey schoolgirl wear?
Plaid skirt with pockets.
All right,
Shorter
that'll
than
be
knee-high.
12 Ukna.
But do you wear a tie or no
Yeah,
tie? And what about
definitely.
a pocket square? What about the vest?
You wear a tie loosely fit.
Tie
Yeah.
loosely fit, yes.
Tie loosely fit. It's a
Exactly.
question of whether or not it's a sweater vest, a cardigan, or a jacket.
Now that is a real fucking question.
Sweater vest all the way.
Gotta be a
Sweater vest and jacket. And I'll also take a bow tie along with the normal tie.
Oh, if that's the case and you're going for a schoolgirl sort of uniform, you're going to want an argyle fabric for a sweater vest and then a standard color skirt. If you're going to go for a schoolgirl, you may as well have variety.
Yes.
Right.
We'll just agree.
12 Ukna.
12 Ukna.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
certain
everybody.
this is not so weird as the question.
And make sure you get like leggings or something on the off chance we go somewhere cold.
And then I'll just wear this.
All right.
One schoolgirl.
My
uniform.
god, Flip left this tailor fast.
I finally found the coffee shop.
Ah.
Like freaking Roadrunner
It's
up in
actually,
here.
we're hearing Flip outside now that Flip has had coffee. That's what's
Yep.
happening.
Yep. Oh God. I think Flip found the
Okay.
coffee shop.
So
They're
you are
adults.
done at the tailor.
Awesome.
You have the 4 other main stores, the open air, and then several other shops. Where are we headed from here?
I think we need to hit up the shoe shop, right?
Cobbler.
Cobbler.
I guess we're going to Cobbler.
To the cobbler.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
Mushroom
not where
mud
Cece's
shop.
going.
Where did Cece and Flip end up?
That's the last place she's gonna go to.
Oh, CC doesn't wear shoes.
She hates them. What other? Remind me again. What other places there are?
So there's the blacksmith, the tailor, the apothecary, the general goods, and the bestiary, the main stores at the points of the Pentagon. And then you have a bunch of other little shops all around. So you just have to tell me what you're looking for or interested in or whatever, and I will tell you what it is and where it is.
Is there an instrument-related shop anywhere?
I believe so.
I think my violin could use a tune-up.
Oh.
Okay. There is several different shops that could potentially be musical items or not. You have to go find out. One of them is called Beats, Beats, Beats.
That sounds like a place that
That's-
sells beets.
Clearly agriculture.
Not that
Possibly
one.
Jewelry featuring agriculture.
Yeah.
I have a bajillion stores on my list, so I'm looking for it. Sorry.
Fine. I just haven't.
Meanwhile,
Like,
Flip is
the-
going everywhere and nowhere, having found some of that mushroom mud that is even more caffeinated than coffee, and is just flying the Pentagon.
yes. So I will never be found. Magical.
No, I know where you are as well as everything else right now. I'm just kind of
Damn it.
There is Murray's Theatrics.
Sounds more like a magician shop. I'll try there though.
That shop is run by the half-elf Murray, who has retired from a life of a wandering bard 8 years ago, but he still loves the trade dearly. His shop, which is really just the interim to his house, stocks sheet music and scripts for the luthists looking to expand their repertoire or trope.
So nothing I need. Damn it.
from high above you here. What do you need?
Jesus. What the fuck? Flip, who gave you coffee?
No one. I
And
bought
that's
it
it.
myself.
Well, if I can't find that, are there any like people reading tarot anywhere, reading cards that I could go talk to?
Probably in the center somewhere.
Okay, I'll wander off to there. And if I can't find somebody, I'll just sit down and offer to read people's cards because I have mine with me at all times.
Several like random little trinket shops. But if you try to set up, they will tell you can't set up to sell your own without going to the store.
The store.
Yeah, the store. It sells stores. You can buy storefronts ranging from a clothing store to a hot dog stand. Not cheap. They also have an enchantress, password protected chest, and charms. But it's the store. You have to go to the store to buy a store to set up in the market and be a store to sell your card readings.
Bureaucracy.
Agreed. I'll think about it. But if I can find someone who will read my cards for me or something, I'll totally go talk to someone.
Okay. So that's what you're doing. Flip, you're flying around. What are the rest of you doing?
There was a cobbler mentioned. That
Cobbler.
means
Into the cobbler.
shoes, boots.
Yes. So the cobbler. You get to the cobbler. It's not far from the tailor. And the sign simply says the cobbler. And you walk in and you realize that the cobbler sells all kinds of horseshoes for all kinds of reasons. But you haven't seen any horses in this whole place. So doesn't make any sense.
You know,
Look,
I
we're not
asked for a
young.
cobbler, not a farrier. What is this?
Do you make and sell regular shoes, or do you just do horseshoes?
Just horseshoes.
God damn it.
Change your name. You're a farrier, not a cobbler.
Does anyone here do regular shoes?
Maybe there's a lot of shops, like 100 of them.
Goodbye. I'm
He sits
walking
back
out.
behind the desk and eats peach cobbler.
Goodbye.
Did you name your shop after your favorite fucking dessert?
I might have. You want a bite? It's delicious. My mom made it.
Who's your mother?
Who's my mother? She's my mother. Who's your mother?
Don't fucking know.
Erebus.
That's really interesting.
Erebus.
You want a bite or not?
Well,
Let's go. It's not worth it.
How the fuck are you gonna name your fucking shop after a fucking dessert instead of the shit you actually fucking do?
Look, there is no end to the plethora of complaints that I have about the choice of nomenclature in this instance. However, we do have shit we need to get done.
I thought we were just having a nice, good day.
The shit store's down that
If you
way.
need time, we're
Why is there a shit stop? How? Who gave you coffee?
That's what happens when you get coffee.
That.
That.
And you just watch
Flip.
this blur go by.
While you're flying through the air, Flip, you hear some like loud booming noises, and they immediately draw your attention because it reminds you of fire, and you love fire. And you get to a store called Kabooms and Corpses, and it is a fireworks store that has almost been completely blown up by numerous different incidents.
No, that happens. I am intrigued. I will go in very quickly.
Yeah, so it's run by a goblin inventor who is also an amateur undertaker and offers to use some of his bigger rockets to give loved ones a glorious send-off. It's
have
very
2 goals
eco-friendly.
for my death. Excuse me. Do you sell napalm?
I sell gasoline and I sell styrofoam. You can make your own.
Yes, please. I would like 10 gold worth.
What's a gold?
I don't know.
Ukna.
I look, so it's complicated. Delia gave Mads these things. No, Delia gave Mads things for gold, who then gave me these things, and I would like 10 of them worth of things that go boom, please. Preferably in colors.
Things that go boom in different colors. Fantastic! And he like spins around, and he's in this like motorized kind of chair system, but it's not a full chair, but it's like a floating kind of podium thing that's got all these little knobs and stuff, and it like is attached to a railing that runs all around the store, and he like whizzes around.
Super cool. Have you tried making yourself wings? I find them equally useful.
And ride a rocket, and he like is just holding a box, and he's just going along the shelves. He's like, oh, 2 of these and 1 of these and 3 of these, and this one goes big boom, and this is a dragon.
Oh, this is
and there's like a big Gandalf dragon sized fireworks sticking out of your box.
I really like that idea, but I have a small pouch. Do you have any way to make these things fit in my pouch?
He gets you a bag of mini dragons that looks like fairy dragons when they explode.
Even better, because this reminds me of a friend. Thank you. And I will pay him and take my fireworks and pack them up very carefully in my bag. Make sure that they are away from both my fire breathing and my fire sticks and my flint. And then I will go have another cup of coffee and start flying around the market again.
Really is the Fliplo effect at this point.
Okay.
Hi, Flip. Bye, Flip.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of you?
Goodbye!
I would actually like to ask some of the Fae that are actually navigating this shopping area to see if we can find out where the best shoe store, the humanoid feet shoe store.
You know a shoemaker.
Yes.
Not someone whose last name is Shoemaker. A shoemaker.
I'm going to level with you. Out of all of the shops that I put together for this,
Is there no shoe? Is everyone walking around here barefoot, Hooli?
No!
Look,
no!
Can we just say shoes were included with the
I
tailor?
am
like people
living
shouted to you?
the dream.
Hey,
If
look,
you need shoes, I got you. At
look.
the fireside tonight, I'll do a little dance, get you some shoes.
No one needs shoes. Shoes are awful and we hate them.
No.
there's
Jesus
2
fucking
hat
Christ.
Fight me,
stores.
Stacey.
There's a hatter and a haberdashery.
There's a haberdashery and there's no
Actually,
fucking
the
problem.
haberdashery does sound quite interesting, but
Actually,
Admittedly so,
I'm
but still.
realizing that the fact that he has these glow-in-the-dark spots may make the coveralls less of a disguise than usual, or than he was hoping for, and he will also duck into the haberdashery at some point between cups of coffee.
Truly. Is there any store that catches my eye as we are walking?
You know what, Delia? I think there's one specifically that you would be overly interested in, so enthused to go to, and you probably almost want to drag your friends along with you because that's how excited you are when you see the sign for Darwin's Dandy Dolls.
Absolutely fucking not.
That's fine. I don't need your bitching anyway. Goodbye.
Awesome, wonderful. Good to know we're back to the standard, Delia. So they come full circle.
Look, I drag any of you in there, you will bitch about the fact I'm getting another haunted doll, apparently.
Wait, you have a collection of haunted dolls?
I mean, I'm basically a haunted doll.
Yeah.
You're the biggest one!
Mads walks off.
All right.
So you bought this collection.
So,
yes.
You go to Darwin's. Whoever goes to Darwin's goes to Darwin's, but we're going to Darwin's. Darwin's Dandy Dolls is a shop with shelves full of dolls, many of them representing important political figures of the region. It is also rumored that the dolls have power over people they represent. Just a rumor, though.
Hello. Yes. Oh, so many possibilities. Do you have... I'm in the wrong notebook, so I don't have the names, but do they have dolls of the three hags?
They don't, because
Dang. It's worth a shot.
Uknazmar is a place untouched and unknown by the Hourglass Coven.
All right. You know what? Surprise me.
You think, you see a person sitting there behind the counter, and you think the person is going to respond to you, and then all of a sudden you see this marionette doll start talking to you, and the guy behind the counter doesn't really move, but you see this doll talking to you. And the marionette doll is like in a Mickey Mouse voice that I'm not capable of achieving, but you have an imagination. And so he's like very excited, and he bounces around, and he takes you to this doll of a little fairy king.
Okay. I'll take it. How much?
It could be the color of your hair. It could be all of your memories before you were 3. And it could be your first kiss.
You could take the first kiss. That was horrible.
So I'll take all of your memories before you were 3.
Fuck! You know what? There weren't that many good memories before 3 anyway. Or that also works. Fuck it.
And the doll shakes your hand. And you get this little fairy king doll.
Cool. Get the fairy king doll.
This was a glorious interaction.
Anyone else want a doll?
I think I'm going to pass, but I'm not mad I came in.
I'm actually very curious at what it thinks it can get from me. Do you have a doll of a dog?
A doll of a dog?
Yeah.
Hound. The little marionette puppet bounces around and goes down in one of the bottom of the shelves and is like digging around, and you see his little strings moving, and they're kind of like conflicting with the shelves, but he's still moving his little hands around. And then he comes out and he holds a fluffy little Yorkie yarn doll.
I said I wanted a dog of a dog, not of a fucking rat.
That's a dog. It's the only dog we have.
There's that, like, I guess.
But if you want an actual dog, you can go to the bestiary.
You have a bestiary, yeah?
Yes.
Might check it out. Anyway, good
just
day
down
with
the
you.
road, called Forever Homes.
Oh, that's adorable. Well, nice not doing business with you. Have a good one. And Erebus is going to walk out.
Anybody else want a doll? Or are we going to the next store?
Can I be petty and buy a doll for everyone?
You could. You just want to buy a fairy.
I have never been so grateful that over the course of the duration of the time that we have encountered him, Flip has become an arsonist.
Look, I don't care what you do afterwards, but it won't use me. If for all we know, these dolls come back after you burn them.
Not if I burn them often enough.
Eternally on fire.
I am so glad I'm not here for this right now.
Oh, hard same. Hard same.
So glad.
Mads might become a melee character if they were in person. Might have to rethink the multi-class.
Are you actually buying a doll for everyone?
Yes.
Don't waste your money.
Big swings only.
Only above table. Buy the fucking Yorkie doll for Erebus, please.
Oh, yes, obviously. That wasn't even a question.
I will point it.
Perfect.
Think of those like really cute. You know how people like poke the little thing and it makes like the little fancy little dolls. That's what it is. Like a Yorkie that looks like that.
It's a felted.
Felting. There you go. Yes. There you go. That's what it is.
The boyfriend does felting.
So all of the dolls are 2 Ukna apiece.
Okay.
Where are we going after the doll store? Darvin's Dandy Dolls.
Well, Erebus
Mads
is
wanted to
actually
go to
gonna-
2 places.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Oh, go ahead, Erebus. You're fine.
Yep.
I was just gonna look for a music store.
Music store. The same one I told Cece, which was something on my list somewhere.
Was it
It's the retired bard that has like sheet music and things like
Murray's
that.
Theatrics.
Exactly the top right.
Murray. Yeah, Murray.
Yeah, heading to Murray.
Okay. And Mads, where are you headed?
I actually wanted to head to the bestiary.
Okay. So at the music store, it's just standard musical items, lutes, lyres, flutes, pan flutes, all of that kind of stuff. Music, different kinds of sheet music, bardly. Oh, I actually had market music for this whole thing and didn't have it on. Sorry. Anyway. But yes, just different kind of music. So like anything that you're really interested in, you would be able to find that style, whether it's like classical or rock-tastical or pop fanatical, whatever you wanted it to be. Even K-pop.
I'm much more in the business of making my own music, writing my own songs. But I am in the market for a new general tree-lined sheet music, just blank. You have something like that?
Yep. Actually, some bound notebook versions that are easy for travel musicians.
Perfect. That'd be wonderful.
They'll be 2 Ukna apiece, and they'll have 50 sheets in each one.
I'll take 2.
Okay, so 4 for 100 sheets.
All right.
And you see a sign in there for weatherproof ink, and you see like this little cardboard stand that's got a bunch of bottles of ink, and it's got like the little quill sticking out of the cardboard at the top, and it's just like very POE right there in front of you.
How much?
1 Ukna per bottle. Quill sold separately.
How much for the quid? You're making your money. How much for the quid?
1 and 1.
Right. I'll take 5. I'll take 4 bottles and a quid.
Okay, so 5 total for that, and then the 4, so 9 in total for your notebooks, your ink, and your quill. And it's a very fancy, interesting quill. It's got this little latch on it that when you stick the quill down into the ink and you slide the latch up, it like sucks the ink up into it. So you can write a whole page at a time without having to re-dip your quill. So there's no ink drips in the middle of your sheet music.
Oh, that's perfect. All right. 4 bottles of ink.
Okay.
And 1 quill. All right.
Okay.
And with that, I'm gonna start flipping through the pages, kind of like looking at them, appraising them, before bidding good day to Moray and heading on out.
Okay. The bestiary is run by a small gnome ranger named Sprocket, who is dressed very similarly to Robin Hood. They offer a wide variety of small and undersized creatures as animal companions and pets. They have the basic like rats, spiders, etc. But if you have enough coin, you could adopt something more exotic.
I was wondering if they had any small snakes, preferably one made of enchanted stone.
Enchanted stone. Maybe not that. But maybe a small variant of a winged serpent that has tiny lightning breath and can fly unhindered in storm clouds. That's a snake one. I don't think I have very many snakes on the list. As you well know, it's not my forte. I think I just have the flying one, Mads. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. How big is the snake?
I don't know what's considered big or small when it comes to snakes, because any snake in existence is massive and should die by my accord because I'm terrified of them. So whatever sizes, colors, dimensions, let's just say there's a whole plethora of these little tiny flying snakes that you could pick from.
Mads finds a mid-sized one, probably about, not quite small, not quite medium, maybe about 18 to 22 inches long, in a glistening black.
Okay.
That one seems appropriate.
Just they're just like glamour pets. I'll put that out there. They won't do anything in combat. So it has like the little lightning breath that you could use to spark a fire, or if it's storming and you wanted to, see through storms, I'll give you that, because that's the ability it has, little lightning breaths and the ability to fly through storms. But they won't be usable in combat.
Perfectly fine.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on using it in combat.
That's okay. I'm just for everybody's sake.
Which animal in this shop looks... Oh, sorry. You're not done. Oh.
I was going to ask how much.
75 gold pieces.
Oh, you take gold here. Wonderful.
Well, currency. Ukna.
Of course. And, Mads will hand 75 Ugna over.
You can go in your character sheet on D&D Beyond, and under extras, there's like a way to add pets and stuff. You can just add a flying snake to your pets if you wanted to have like the stats for it, in case it, because they do have stuff. So
yeah, and it kind of like rings through Mads' fingers, and Mads kind of puts it around their their hand on their chest, and the snake kind of wraps around in like a choker necklace.
Okay. Gee, you said what looks like what now?
Yeah, what animal has been here the longest, is not gonna be taken home?
There is a fustercluck.
What is a fustercluck?
A rooster with comically large wattle and tail feathers. The cosmic rules governing reality tend to bend near this strange creature, resulting in things going terribly, horribly, impossibly wrong for a creature nearby.
Yeah. Absolutely. How much is the How much is the Cluster Cloak?
75 Uknazma.
Wow, let's do it.
Sorry,
I'm here
Goose
for it.
is being terrible. Give me one moment. Bad dog.
Everyone else.
Can
Bestiary. Flip is going to vaguely think about getting an animal, and then realize that he would totally forget to feed it, and the thing would die, and just keep flying around.
Can it be teacup sized?
It can be.
Okay, perfect.
So you want a Fuster Club.
I do, yeah.
Okay, you got one. I saw an otter. PC, right? You want an otter?
No, we're not doing an otter. We will do an owl.
I'm not getting an otter because apparently it's gonna hurt my feelings, so we'll get an owl instead.
No. I'm the one buying it. I know better. No.
Oh, sheesh. Let me see. Do we have an? I do have an otter.
If there is not an owl, Delia, make up your mind. I don't care. I'm not there.
looking For an owl.
Yeah, I will not. I will buy a random animal if it comes down to it. I will not get you an otter.
Let me just do something else because I can't read this. Okay. All right. So I know there is an otter, a sea otter. And we want an owl. I don't see an owl on my list.
Wait, are we talking actual animals right now?
I don't have an owl on my list. I have
Yes,
things on
we
my
are.
list. They do have like standard pets, right? Like I said, there's like standard
Misunderstanding. In private chat, I'm basically just figuring out what these dolls look like that I'm gonna throw at them later.
Okay, my
Yes.
confusion.
No, you're good. I realize now, like, wait, you're at the bestiary. There's talk about animals. Confusion.
Yes,
Fixed.
very confused. Anybody else at the bestiary or want to be at the bestiary? But I do have an otter, Cece, if you want one.
No, I don't want a pet otter.
I'm not sure Delia should be trusted with pets. So, nah, I'm either gonna go to the jewelry store or just wander around for a bit, see what other interesting things there are.
Okay. Anybody else?
Clapperclaw would be wandering around. Probably would be most interested in like a candy shop or some kind of sweet shop.
Oh, absolutely. Candy shop or a sweet shop. So that is going to be off in the promenade where all of the food stuff is. So there's not any food stores or anything like that in the Coin, which is what the market district is called. Those are all in the promenade. So anything with food would be over there. So that means you will be wandering off and leaving this area of the city to go find food.
I like the idea that Clapperclaw gets lost in the moving peoples and
Okay.
goes looking for food.
Sure, perfecto. I have inventory for food somewhere. I have like 50 sheets open in front of me because I have a bunch of different. I guess that's candy one that I have is not on here. Let's see what's opening up. Let's see. So you find the baked pumpkin, which has several different candy type offerings. You see things like blood chocolates, gelatinous fruit cubes, balls, cigarettes, lemon bells, candy bombs, a bag of treats, giant candy rats.
What exactly
invisibility.
What exactly are candy bombs?
Candy bombs are speaking the command word bomb causes the sugar powder in these hard candy shells to give off harmless fizzes and bright sparkles, good for practical jokes or a distraction. The sensation of eating one is not unlike that of eating Pop Rocks.
That sounds interesting. And Clapper Claw, how much are the candy bombs?
They will be 2 ukna each, any of the candy. There's like 30. I can list all of them if you want, or you can just pick
I
that.
think the other option is there like a actual like lollipop?
There is a luck pop, and there is, that's it. That's the only thing that's like a sucker. It's a luck pop.
Clapper Claw will. Oh,
I was gonna say it's a lollipop, like a clear sugar lollipop with a real 4-leaf clover in it. It says encased in this lollipop may either be a real 4-leaf clover or a convincing paper cutout of one with a minor hex placed upon it. Choose any one roll to use in conjunction with this item and flip a coin. On heads, you have advantage on your roll. On tails, disadvantage.
oh. I mean, Clapper Claw just wants candy, but that sounds interesting. So can he get 7? Yeah.
7 lollipops?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're 2 ukna each, so 14.
Okay. I got that marked down.
Okay. All right. Who else is where?
I'm still running
I was
around.
going to go to the haberdashery.
I'm still running around.
The haberdashery.
Flip may or may not be there when you get there, depending on coffee and other things.
Flip both
Yeah,
is
I'm-
there and is everywhere else.
Today we have for you Schrodinger's Fairy.
I'll say Erebus is probably arriving at the haberdashery around the same time.
Yeah, you
And
notice
I-
Mads has just a fucking snake chilling around their neck.
You notice Erebus like walking but mindlessly flipping through and beginning to pen some music down in a new journal.
Songwriter.
Yeah. Only ever play mine, so. Thanks.
And for the first time since entering the Feywild, Mads actually reaches into their holster that's like at their pocket and pulls out their drumsticks.
Nice.
And you do this upon walking up to Clara's haberdashery. A half-orc woman makes and sells fashionable hats to normal patrons, but sells magical hats on the black market as well. Her hats are imbued with special abilities by using rare and wonderful items. She is an artist to her core, and she'll try to accommodate your requests, but at the end of the day, it's her final word. Imagine wild versions of hats you know, precursors to hell, but much more ornate and fanciful.
Is it just hats?
Yes.
What did you have your eye on?
Nothing that this place particularly provides.
Well, that's fucking vague.
Meanwhile,
Not a hat person.
I am a hat person, and I am particularly interested in anything that's going to make me look less like this.
Please give Flip a bitchin' top hat.
Please.
Yeah, like any hats in your wildest dreams you could get designed or anything of the sort. However, Flip, go ahead and roll me a D100 to find out what your hat is going to do.
Oh dear.
$28.
Okay. 28. Okay. 28. Your breath becomes bright blue when you wear this hat.
It's terrifying with the teeth.
Important question. Can I tell?
I mean, you can see probably the shade of gray when you're breathing. It would remind you of like those cold mornings in the cave when it was fuzzy cave worm season rather than regular cave worm season. And it was like almost instead of stalactites and stalagmites, it was icicleites, and they were very cold. And you could see like your breath there. That's the kind of visual you would get. But everybody else could see that it's blue.
As cool as this is, and I do mean that literally, I'm looking for something that's going to draw less attention to me, not more, so I think I'm going to pass. Thanks, though.
Do you want to find a hat that does a different thing?
Yes, do it. Do it.
I mean, sure. I'll take a look at at one or two more.
Okay, go ahead and roll your D100.
$32.
32. Your skin turns blue for always while you're wearing this.
As long as I have the hat on, my skin is blue. This is perfect.
Yeah.
How much?
Ninjas wear blue.
32 Ugna.
I will take it.
Your blue dabba-dee dabba-die. Tell us what your hat looks like, Flip. Describe to us this concoction you had, Madam
I
Clara.
think it is a very jaunty, bright blue bowler hat.
You know what? That makes perfect fucking sense.
Yes. Yes.
And Erebus, you're also at the haberdashery. Are you buying a hat?
No.
Yeah. Erebus is more so enjoying conversation with Matt at this point.
Okay.
No, I'm not particularly a hat person. And Mads takes their hand and kind of runs it across their hair. And their snakes kind of like rearrange into a completely different style. Like they kind of braid together.
Okay.
A little bit too erratic of hair.
I see.
So you have a couple of the main shops left you could go to. The apothecary, the general goods store, the blacksmith, or any of the other small shops. There are a couple other notable ones. You've already gone to the cobbler and to Darvin's Dandy Dolls. You see one called Sophie's Softies, which sticks out to you. Also, one called All the Rage, which, Mads, that's probably one that you are really interested in. And Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, also.
For clarification, those are the two that are sort of sticking out to me?
Sophie Softies, All the Rage, and Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes.
I'll go check out All the Rage.
It is a store that sells battle axes and fashionable punk rock style shirts.
No.
More my speed, actually.
Oh, aesthetic. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Lots of black, lots of red, lots of anarchy, some plaid in there, some Doc Martin style boots in there as well.
Fucking boots.
Somehow,
How much for the
Cece
fucking
has
boots?
found her way into this place as well.
I
Oh,
immediately
look at this.
grabbed a hold of the boots, slid
You
them onto the
probably
table.
saw a bright blue version of Flip flying in and out and in and out and in and out, and it got your attention.
This is this is so cool. And she's just gonna start running around looking at all the things in black and all the cool
Lots of safety pins.
Oh
Lots
yes.
Is think fantasy Hot Topic style, over the top, really in the mix.
What era of Hot Topic? Are we talking 2009 Hot Topic? Or are we talking 2019 Hot Topic? Because those are
I'm gonna
different and that's
say
important.
2000 Topic because I want to let off the air of gaudy that this kind of stuff is, unless it's what you're really into. Because 2009 Hot Topic is my era, and that was when Hot Topic was actually all right, when we still had music on MTV. So
Pre pop culture Hot Topic.
yes, correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
back
there were
when it was
two
actually
kids in
good
high
shit.
school and you would tell them that they're uncool, all that shit, yeah.
And they had trip pants.
Thank you, G. Thank you, G. I do well with positive reinforcement.
You just killed me. You just killed me. And I appreciated that so much.
Happy to assist.
Yeah, no, definitely gonna run around in there and absolutely not notice that Erebus is there until I actually run into him. Oh! See, we have a thing in common. Sorry,
no, I'm not knocking. I'm just saying. Fuck. It's you have more layers to it. Princess.
Did you say I have more layers to me, like an onion?
What the fuck would you mention the onion? There's so many.
Why onions?
When did you get here?
I've been here the entire time, Cece.
Sorry, I just
It's true.
Why is Flip blue?
Haberdashery.
Yes.
I'm
Fine.
incognito.
No, you're not. I can see you.
It's easier to hide with blue at night. Fucking middle of the day.
That's fair.
But you can't tell I'm me.
Fair
That's
and
quite
well,
easy
How
to
you
tell.
sound.
you're the only fairy that's buzzing around town like a goddamn busy bee. It's
And
very
I can
hard.
see your teeth.
Go suture aesthetic. It's not necessarily mine. In another life.
I just need to know how much these fucking boots are. So give me just a moment. And then take the boots, get over to the counter, slam them down. How much for these? These are the only fucking boots I managed to find in all the fucking Uknasa.
15 Ukna for them.
Take it. Thank you.
All right.
Cece will get probably some kind of bracelets, like maybe some wristband bracelets.
Just shirts, battle axes, and boots.
Listen, if there's not a shoe place in here, I will buy boots at the store.
All right, 15.
Fine.
Worst case scenario, you can always go back to the cobbler and you can get horseshoes, made for your feet.
Why would I? I don't have hooves. I'm not that kind of tiefling, but okay.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that you could just have it on the bottom of your foot.
I'm not that edgy. And she's just gonna trade money with the boots, put them in her bag, and be like, I'm not wearing them right now. I need you to know that. This is for other things. It's not right now.
Wouldn't we have to nail them to her feet, though?
It's magic. There's probably other ways.
I've been through worse.
It would be pretty metal.
So you've got a blacksmith, you've got an apothecary and a general goods store, and then some other random stuff around.
An apothecary. Well,
Jewelry.
boy, oh boy. This D and I have some shit for the apothecary.
I'm also curious about head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Head,
Even though this
shoulders,
sounds alarming like a flip store.
yeah. So you walk into head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and you realize very quickly that this store, run by a mysterious wizard, only sells human body parts. Heads, shoulders.
Turn around, walking right back out.
Cece walks in.
All right, jewelry store. You said.
Yeah.
I also would want to go check out the jewelry store. Erebus watches Mads walk into head, shoulders, knees, and toes, full 180. The door does not even fully open. Nope, absolutely fucking not.
What's in there?
I'm
Head,
just
shoulders, knees, and toes.
Oh,
It is sincerely the most literal shop name that we have encountered in
will
this
both
entire
be here.
city.
Eyes, ears, mouths, and nose.
All right, Delia. You
know what?
find
Okay.
You just
in
stared
your
me
search.
off.
Go ahead, Erebus.
I know, just saying that Mars managed to spare me from yet more trouble that I don't need right now. I'm going to walk
Yeah,
away.
I'm going to the jeweler too. I'm going to the jeweler.
Oh,
So I'm
hold
looking
on.
for the fucking haberdashery.
Hold on.
Her
G wants
sister
to
was a witch.
poke.
Right?
I just want to poke my head into head, shoulders, knees, and toes. How is this shop arranged? Is it like a butcher? Are there things on the walls? Like, what does the shop look like? Like, I need the visual now.
Dude, so when you go in, there's shelves, like rows of shelves.
all right.
And you've got these like packages of feet and hands and different things. And they're a white foam base wrapped in a clear acetate over top of them. And they all have like a sticker on them that says their price and their weight. And they're packaged out by different, shape and color and assortment of, things like that.
If you ever
All
need
right.
to fake our deaths.
So,
None of these look like any of us.
so
Frankly,
G,
I would be shocked if they had a Medusa head.
G
Like,
will
none
walk
of
up
these
to
look
the
like
counter
any of us right
of
now.
whoever's working there and say,
Stay from Mars.
if I give you body parts, how much will you pay?
This is not a trade!
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yes.
This was the Clapper Claw shop. This is where he goes and he swaps out his heads.
It's
G,
like Polly Pocket, but for class.
Yes.
the wizard behind the counter will tell you
Get off.
that he does not buy body parts, but he will direct you to the middle of the open air market to a place called Monsters Are Us. You will see a tiny pug standing at a crate, hollering in broken common to come over. He'll buy your scavenged body parts, albeit at varying prices from you. And if you give him enough, he'll turn them into an item. It's disturbing, but how can you resist his cute little face?
Easily.
I'm just saying, Flip could have a magic item made of his own teeth.
I'm crying.
So G
What
will just
makes
look
you think
seriously
I
for a
don't
moment
have
at
one
this pug
already?
and turn around and walk away, like for now. But is like obviously has a face of like, there are things we could do with that.
Oh my god. Like, Cece has full
Fire.
flashbacks to Bavlorna's place with just the terrible taxidermy and all the guts everywhere. It's like, oh god, no.
Now, this is very neat, very and organized, things like that. It's not a disgusting, bloody body shop at all.
It's still
Okay, great.
body parts. Body parts that aren't attached anymore.
Almost to the point of if you were walking into a futuristic cyberpunk street dock that has graph mats available inside, that kind of neat and
Got you.
organized.
Yeah, no, perfection. Mad respect from G. But now we can go wherever else we were going. I just needed to know.
Jewelry.
Oh
We're
my
looking
god.
for jewelry.
Yeah.
It's all right, Delia. There's going to be a couple of different stores you're going to come across. I will give you the name and the description, and you can choose to go whichever one you want. First one you'll see is called Rock Candy. They sell and buy a wide variety of gemstones. The shopkeeper is an Oread who has a tendency to eat the product, much to the dismay of the shop owner.
Okay.
So that's the first one. Then you come across one second. I have a massive list of things. Dark Arts and Melted Hearts, your typical dark arts type store, but complete with the tavern type meeting area that regularly provides a speed dating-esque environment for the undesirables, villains, and general ne'er-do-wells. Everyone deserves a shot of love, right? They do sell jewelry inside as well.
Okay.
You have...
I'm on a bit of a hiatus from love right now.
The love is kind of throwing me off there. The vibe is good, though. The vibe is good.
You have Magroma's Jewelry, a jewelry store woman. The jewelry is made of polished bones of various creatures, some of them quite exotic.
Okay.
You have Mounds of Masks, which is a disorganized store stuffed with various masks of all kinds, owned by retired deranged playwright who is rumored to have fallen into the occult. Not necessarily jewelry, but mask.
I'll be saying to check out later.
There's another costume shop, Madame Translet's veritable shop of disguises and costumes for the modern journeyman. She has an enormous selection of suspiciously cheap costumes, disguise kits, and wigs, and other fake parts. She even has 7 drawers bulging with mustaches alone.
Okay. We can make this simple. Let's do rock candy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock candy is just gems and things, no regular jewelry.
I have a gem that I want made into jewelry, though. So that might be where I need to go.
He will tell you that aside from the gold chain where they sell gold, all different kinds of gold, there is a small shop inside the blacksmith that deals with setting into items.
Okay, that's where I'm going. There we go.
Okay.
That's
Well,
where
I need to get some gems before I set them with anything, so I'll actually look at their selection.
I'll look too.
I'll wait and we can all go together.
Nice.
You want to look at the gems?
Mm.
At the
Is G
gems.
with us too? Or is G staring down a pug across the square?
G will come with you. Not staring down a pug, just getting information from the pug and heading back to you. So,
all right. I will tell you the kind
Got a
of gems
pamphlet.
that you buy. Ooh. Why? Don't do that. No. Okay, I will tell you the kind of gems that you can buy. Ruby, sapphire, topaz, emerald, amethyst, obsidian, bloodstone, or citrine.
Bloodstone.
Can we buy an amethyst too, actually?
Actually.
Yeah, you could. Let me tell you how much they're going to cost you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, very low quality is 150 gold pieces. Poor quality is going to be 250 gold pieces. Standard quality, 400 gold pieces. Excellent quality, 750 gold pieces. And perfect quality, upwards of 1,000 gold pieces. Ukna, not gold. Anyway.
Oh, fucking it. Alright, apologies. Storky, any chance you might have discounts for those who might be able to advertise your good wares?
Like, word.
Like, would you be willing to perhaps sponsor this?
Give me just 1 second. Let me look up some cheaper gem options for you. See what we can find. Because gem important at some point in the future for you, so it's a good place, a good idea that you're here. Wow. Really love D&D Beyond. It is my favorite ever. All right. Wow. So there are some gems that are like 100 GP and less, some 50 and some 25. But they are very, 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 very poor quality.
In that case, I'm just gonna pass on rock candy.
Alright.
I'm back on my coin pouch is a bit heavier.
Take a low quality bloodstone, please.
A low quality bloodstone. 50 GP size or 25 GP size.
Oh, I was going for the 150.
Oh, 150. Okay. Even better then. 150.
Mm.
So you get 150 quality bloodstone.
Okay.
Anybody else buying gems? Anything of the sort?
No.
Okay.
I walk outside past Delia. Yeah, way too rich for my blood right now. Maybe if I get a couple of gigs out here, I might be able to afford it in like a week. Or...
All right.
You said the blacksmith.
Yeah, blacksmith. And
Yep. So the blacksmith is called a man's burden. It is a blacksmith who displays and sells exotic weapons made using blueprints gathered across the lands. A smaller shop located inside, simply named Selenar's. The blacksmith of the main shop is named Cranberry. She is a 3-foot-tall fairy beast totem barbarian, extremely muscular, and wears very primal style outfit.
I come back to this.
On the other hand, is run by a very, very handsome drow. Selenar. Let's talk about Selenar. Selenar is an exceedingly flamboyant male drow. His darker skin tones make his violet eyes stand out, along with his stark white hair. His locks fall in thick waves to his shoulders, with one large streak that has been dyed. His frequent changes of the color of this dyed streak alternating between the brilliant colors that match the gems he works with. Sometimes a brilliant purple or a bright emerald green. It can also be different shades of blue, red, or yellow. His ears have several simple gold rings in each, only visible when he ties his hair back to work. He wears a fine silk tunic of a deep royal blue, the shoulders and back of which are peppered with small metal settings that catch the light and flash like bedazzled sequins. His green silk breeches are tucked into the top of a pair of fine leather boots, and the belt at his waist is lined with pouches and pockets containing small tools for making and setting sockets. His hands have numerous small scars across the surface of the skin from years of plying his trade, and they move with both the speed and remarkable dexterity. Selenar is on the talkative side, quick to laugh, and even quicker to give fashion advice.
First of all, love your aesthetic. Secondly, places the blue crystal heart on the table. Could you make something out of that?
Are we going to go with the fact that this is probably a sapphire then?
It's up to you. You just told me it was a blue crystal heart.
Yes. So I think it's the only blue that we have in the list. So sapphire it's going to need to be.
Okay.
So he says, yes, I can do several things with that. And we're going to say that is rarity worth about 400 gold pieces.
Okay. All right.
So he says to you that he can put that in a pair of boots, in a belt, in a set of bracers, in your chest armor, in some headgear, in a necklace, in a ring, or in a weapon.
Okay, let me pull up the thing now so I can figure out what I want this to do. If someone else wants to go, they can. I was not prepared for this to be treated like a sapphire. I was prepared to just get this made into something.
Okay.
Mads is gonna step forward and place the bloodstone on the counter. Can this potentially be made into a ring?
Let's see. It can.
That would be nice, please.
For the ring at very low quality, it will give you +1 cantrips. And since it is your first time visiting Selenar in the campaign, you will not have to pay for this item.
Oh.
Because you already bought the gemstone.
Well, thank you. It's quite kind of you.
So you can just add 1 cantrip to your sheet or whatever of your choice. Cantrip from any school, there's no limitation to that. So +1 cantrip.
Okay.
And does Mads like gold or silver?
Mads, Delia would recognize that Mads is describing the vague aesthetic of Henry's ring.
Okay. So the ring will look like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You said 400. What? Oh.
And you're putting it in a necklace, or what do you want to put it in?
A ring, please.
No, Kayla's. I know yours. Yours is 1 cantrip. So you can just add a cantrip to your sheet. I don't know if there's a ring that does that, but it is now a socketed ring.
A belt would be great, actually. What? Yeah, belt.
A belt?
Yes.
So +1 to your wisdom modifier?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you.
All right, and you're not going to pay for it because you already have the gem.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you.
So each item, like we talked about, friends, has a number of sockets that you can put into it. What they're doing now is they're having sockets installed into their items that these gems are going to offer added benefits to them because of the gems they're putting in them. So if you have a pair of boots, you can put 1 socket in it. A belt, you can put 1 socket in it. A set of bracers can have 2 sockets. Chest armor can have 3 sockets. Headgear, 1. A necklace, 1. A ring, 1. A shield, up to 3. Weapons, up to 2. And there is a fee past your first one for adding sockets and things into your items unless it's a 1 socket only item. You can change them also for a fee, and if you didn't have the stone that you want to change it to, you have to pay for that and then for the replacement. But your first go round, it's going to be fairly cheap since it's Lenar and Scotty and their fantastical shop here.
All right. Thank you.
Is from Selenar.
All right.
Not at this time? Okay.
No.
Got it. I know the cantrip that I'm taking.
Okay, what are you going to pick?
Message.
Okay. And do we have any other stores that we need to go to for anybody else?
The apothecary.
The apothecary. Okay. So the apothecary is called Fran's Fortuitous Froths, potions of dubious origins and craftsmanship that almost never work as advertised, but always help you in a way you didn't know you needed. Run by Fran, a gnome wizard who is short and wears sort of quirky robes.
And Erebus is going to try, like, while everyone was dealing with Salazar, that's when Erebus is going to like dip out, get there by himself. Evening. Oh, afternoon, rather. I was wondering if you had anything potent, to put it plainly.
Potent in which way?
Might soothe a mind that's been dealing with a lot of nightmares, something like that.
That's very, very simple. She gives you like a mix of calming herbs and like lavender and chamomile and things like that. Soak this in some water for about 5 minutes, hot boiling water, pour it out, and then soak it again and enjoy. It will help.
Fucking hope it does. Thanks. And in case this doesn't help, have anything that'll make me... Have anything that'll constitute a really good night? A fun night.
Something that'll make you feel like emboldened.
Yeah. Be as strong as you can get it.
Let me see. She brings you a circular round bottle with a pink liquid floating in the bottom, and then this sort of clear liquid on the top, and like a little lotus flower kind of floating in the middle of them. And she says, the lotus crystal solution should help with that.
Thanks. How much for it?
It will cost you the color of your eyes.
If you're going to take it, I'll have a nice try trying to take it. We'll go with these eyes. Highly doubt they're natural.
She just like waves her hand over your face, and your eyes are like a milky white kind of color now.
It manages to work.
It is a bubbly pink potion that tastes like sugar and bubblegum.
I was more so meaning the changing of my eye color.
Oh, what? I'm sorry, did you say?
Oh, I was just asking if the change of my eye color managed to work, considering the two sources that make them the way they are.
Yeah, it's not. It's just fey magic sort of thing. So it'll come back eventually, you know, after she's done with it. Not anything too fanciful. Does that make sense?
Not a problem then. And let me just like send you a message of what she just got hold of. I wonder what she's going to use it for.
Sure, they're fairies. But your potion is pink and bubbly, and it tastes like sugar and bubblegum.
All right, thank you.
I'll tell you what it actually does. The color of your eyes it's just like an aesthetic thing. It's not going to affect any of your magic or any of your backstory, anything like that. For fairness. Is anybody else going to the apothecary?
Flip is not going to the apothecary, but would like to see if there's any sort of armor or shield dealer.
Yeah, so there's a regular blacksmith, and then there's just some like other random shops that specialize in one thing or the other, and you can buy any standard stuff: studded leather, chain, scale mail, breastplate, half plate, any of that.
Probably like a small like buckler shield at this point. He's feeling squishy, but doesn't really. He's intimidated by the blacksmith. That just sounds heavy and hard to fly with. But if there's anyone selling some sort of buckler shield or something his size, he's not a fan of the number of things that keep getting hurled in his direction.
Yeah, shield's like what? A couple of gold pieces, nothing too expensive. Yeah, shield, 10 gold pieces. Standard shield.
Thank you!
Mm-hmm. There's a regular apothecary called Pulp Kitchen you could go to that has like healing potions, things like that. If anybody needed anything like that. But does anybody need anything else from this shopping trip?
Need a drink.
Okay. So after a day of like going through the different shops and looking around and getting whatever it is that you wanted, needed, didn't know that you needed, all of that, it's sort of coming to like the evening time here, and people are starting to kind of chill out. The general store has a sign outside that says Walters, and you see like as it kind of starts to die down, an older gentleman come out of the store, and where on the sign on the left-hand side you see it says Walters, and on the right-hand side you could see like it's a stack of signs that change. And you see him flip it, and it changes where it says Walter's Watch. And he's wearing like an old kind of guard's uniform. And he goes back in, getting ready to be watching the market. And you see there are two other districts connected to the market district, which is called the Coins, the market district, by the way. There is one called the Puddles and one called the Promenade. The Promenade is where Clapperclaw headed off to earlier. That is like the food district. And the Puddles is the entertainment district.
Question. Would the ring already be done, or do we need to wait for that?
No, he'll sock it in and set it. He's got preset items. Okay. He just has to put you would have been able to get it right there, so.
Cool. I think Mads is just gonna kind of wander off into the entertainment district, like looking down and seeing the ring, just kind of bringing back a surge of emotions. So okay. they just kind of go towards the entertainment district looking for a bar.
Okay. Delia G, CC, Clapperclaw, Flip, where are you guys headed?
G will be looking for food.
I was gonna say I don't.
Oh, you're already in the promenade. You don't have to tell me, Clapperclaw.
CC?
Someone is going to catch Flip to get him to stop just going and getting more coffee and keep him flying around.
G will just grab an ankle and be like, you need to put something in your stomach, and just start walking.
CC is likely just wandering, trying to find a space to just kind of be on her own, likely not very far from Delia, because God only knows she's going to look out for her in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I mean, I'll either be hanging out with CC unless she gives her a clear sign that, no, I want to be alone.
No, she won't.
Okay. Then probably gonna try and talk you into getting food or something at some point.
G will shout at both of you and say, I can't control this one by myself.
No, I think you're good.
How about food and drinks? Yes? Yes?
Fine.
Okay, there we go.
And I'm only being assumptive here, but I might be possibly correct. I'm assuming that you're going to head off to the entertainment district and try to find a place to make some coin because there were some things you wanted and your pockets were empty. Am I not mistaken?
Oh, you're right. Going there, looking to see if I can't find some fucking work around here. God.
All right.
So we have entertainment somewhere.
I will send a message to Mad saying where I'm taking everyone else to.
You get no response.
That's fair. Didn't expect one.
So we have Mads and Erebus headed separately off to the puddles. And Clapperclaw already lost in the promenade somewhere. And then G, Delia, Cece, and Flip headed off to the promenade. So next week, we will be on the promenade, and we will be not having Erebus and Mads because they will be doing real-life human things together, and I'm so very excited for them for that. Aside from that, I think that's a wrap for the evening, a very shopping trip episode. I think everybody got what they needed / wanted. Mm-hmm. So in that case, we'll catch everybody next week, same time, same place, same shenanigans. Bye!
See ya.